I filled the back end with a little more resin or fiberglass and then putty, and I'm getting ready to cover them in vinyl. The part that I'm holding it from is actually the tab that will connect to the rod that opens the door. After spraying it with the adhesive and letting it dry, I'm ready to vinyl. I'm not real concerned with the back of this piece because you'll barely be able to see it when you pull on the handle to open the door. You might see around the edge a little bit in the front, but I'm going to make a piece that covers that, as well as kind of cups that mount to the back so that you can't see through to the door panel, just to give it a more finished look. my vinyl a piece like this is heat up the whole surface and rub it down good with some type of vinyl protectant. And that serves a couple purposes. One is it allows you to apply the force to totally seal the piece down, make sure the glue is all stuck between the piece and the vinyl. And also, doing other things on this piece, I don't want to, accidentally get some kind of glue or, mark on it, and the protectant helps there. In the front, that's where you actually pull to open the door, and the back is where you'll grab it to pull the door shut. To make the cups for the openings in the handle, I'm starting with a piece of wood and tape, and I'm making it basically all out of putty. And this is the rough piece. You can see how it fits in, and obviously still needs sanded front and back. After the first sanding, I have the basic shape, and it's actually very thin, surprisingly thin in the back. It doesn't need to be very strong, it's just basically cosmetic. You can see I've covered the back of that piece, and that's because you will be able to see that a little bit when you open the front, when you pull in the front. This is a good tip if you're building these little putty pot pieces. If you dip your finger in water, it doesn't stick to the putty, so you can kind of smooth it out and shape it before you get started. Pulling it off here with one hand and not having too much luck. But you can see where I marked on the masking tape, and when you put the putty on, it transfers over to the putty, makes it easier to start sanding the piece. Great camera work. There we go. Now this is the pull handle to actually pull the door closed, and you're not going to see that, the back of that, but I did put that rounded piece because, you will feel the back of that when you reach in. I want it to be comfortable when you pull the door closed.